YouTubers, what is up? It's your boy Will Rodriguez coming to you with another video. Today, we're gonna do a bit of a do-it-yourself project. We're gonna be painting the Tartarus from Razer. Stay tuned. So the Razer Tartarus version 2, pretty damn good gamepad. Ever since the Orb Weaver came out, even the Nostromo's, I've been a huge fan of the gamepad. I pretty much game using a gamepad. I can do it with a keyboard, but I prefer using a gamepad just because it's how it feels. I just grown accustomed to it. So ever since Nostromo's, I went from the Nostromo's to the Razer Orb Weaver, to the Orb Weaver Chroma, then to the Tartarus. And when the Mercury edition came out, I had to get it. Only because I've been a big fan of just a white setup, a white and black setup, and it just fit perfect with my theme. Well, as time grew, I wanted to make some changes to my whole setup. And I was like, you know what? What if I can paint the Tartarus? Is it possible? Can I take it apart? And this video, we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's not gonna be a huge in-depth type tutorial, as this is my first time doing it, so you guys are just gonna join me on this journey. But I feel like we can make this happen, we can do this, and we can do it without breaking it. So when it came to the color and what I'm gonna pick and choose, I'm going for this whole, I'm an 80s baby, so I love the whole retro theme. I'm going for a whole retro thing now. And I was like, I still don't know. What colors? Neon, this, that, what? And I came across a video from Brandon Taylor when he was showcasing a keyboard with a Skeletor theme. And I was like, and I had to do it. So I picked out the colors, kind of like a light baby blue maybe, or darker baby blue, something like that, with purple, and keep the white keycaps, and maybe throw just a hint of yellow in it. That was the move, and I'm pretty happy with that choice. At least that's the goal. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first let's look at what tools we'll need for this project. I ended up using a precision type flathead and Phillips screwdriver along with a simple hair dryer. I would prefer to use a heat gun, but a hair dryer will work for what we're doing. Now the first thing we're going to do is remove the padding from the handrest. I'm simply just going to use my handy dandy hair dryer to heat up the glue so that the pad could come out easily. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, it's time to turn this sucker around and get into the back screws. So the bottom of the Tartarus has 6 visible screws and some hidden away in secrecy. But we will find you. We always find you. So, from what I was able to dig up from extensive investigative and scientific research, is that there are hidden screws underneath 3 of the rubber foot pads. Just heat them up with your Hair Dominator 3000 and we can expose these undesirables from their caves. Just kidding. We love all screws equally. Now, for some reason, the screw size on the left side of the gamepad was different from the rest. So I had to get a different Phillips head precision driver to get them out. It was pretty weird. There is one last screw that you have to take out, and it's located behind the sticker label. You can feel the opening with your finger by pressing on it. That is officially your point of no return when it comes to your warranty. Once you pop that baby open, you are done. But since you're painting your Tartarus anyways, then who cares about the warranty, right? Now that we got all of the screws out the way, we will need to take the keycaps off of this gamepad, which will bring us one step closer to opening this bad boy up. Yep, I forgot to take the back screws out. All right, here we go. So to take this top off, there is only one thing in our way. Attached to the thumb switch or the key number 20 switch, we have a flat wire that is connected to the main board. This is the same for the thumbstick module as well. To remove this, all you have to do is locate two black tabs and push them forward so you can pull the wire away. You can do this with your fingers if you have nails, or just push it with a flathead screwdriver like how I tried to do. Perfect! Now that we have this disassembled, it's time to start prepping for paint. Best practice would be to wash this with soap and water to clean off any residue that could be on the plastic. I also like to scrub the surface with sandpaper, which I typically use either a 600 or 800 grit sandpaper. Also, don't forget to mask off your number 20 switch and the circuit board behind it. Try not to get that wet. Do not, and I repeat, do not douse this with water. Avoid as best as you can to not damage that miniature board for this switch. So the paint I use for this project is the good old Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch spray paint. I just find it reliable and it has a pretty good volume of spray to it. The color is Oasis Blue with a satin finish. I didn't want to go full-blown gloss for the top piece. The original was more of a flat white with the palm rest being more of a gloss shiny finish. So I wanted to keep the finish the same with my paint scheme. Now you want to go light coats for when you're painting. Don't go trigger happy and saturate your project with paint on the first coat, or any coat for that matter. I went with 5 coats on this piece with 10 minutes dry time per coat. On the last coating I waited 30 minutes before I sprayed my first round of clear coat. Now if you have any imperfections with your paint in between coats, let's say you had a blob or two on your project, then I would take 800 grit sandpaper and sand that down so you could continue with having a nice even coat of paint throughout your project. We are now ready to put this sucker back together. Alright, so first thing we need to do is connect the flat wire back to the number 20 switch, which is as simple as just sliding it in and pushing the black tabs back into the locking position. Once we've done that, we place the top piece back into the body and connect the thumbstick module in as well. Just to let you guys know, I unfortunately lost the video showing the process of painting the thumb module. All I did was pretty much mask the areas I did not want painted and use painter's tape to cover the circuit board to protect it from the spray paint. The thumb pad easily pops off along with the small button on top of it. Sorry I couldn't get the footage on that, but pretty much the next step is just putting all the screws back in before we can glue the foot pads back. So for the foot pads, I used a bit of heat glue to replace any of the glue that may have been removed from when we peeled the pads off. You might not need to do this. In fact, you can probably use your Hair Dominator 3000 to heat the residual glue up and put it back in place. I have a glue gun, so might as well use it. No harm, no foul. I present to you the Razer Tartarus version 2 Skeletor edition. Well guys, hope you like this kind of a tutorial. Leave a comment section down below, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there was anything I could have done that would have made this easier. Again, this was my first time doing this. I love doing this type of do-it-yourself videos. There's gonna be a whole bunch more coming, guys. I'm getting into the whole custom keyboard thing, and I've dived right into that pit of no return. So I'll be giving more stuff on that later. But as far as the Tartarus version 2, do you guys have one? Do you guys want to see maybe something with the Orb Weaver? I have one of those. I still have it. I gave it to my son. Actually, I wrapped that one. I didn't do a video on that. I actually wrapped it years ago. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but you guys can take a look. I could also maybe think of painting the Orb Weaver. It's black. Maybe I could do a Wu-Tang theme. Ooh. So guys, if you're new to this channel and you like this video, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below. I'm here for you guys. I'm Will, that other guy's review. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.